This is Vance versus Spencer County School District, argued on June 20th, 2000, and decided and filed on November 6th, 2000. It was heard by the 6th Circuit Court of Appeals, case number 231 F3D 253. This case was filed by mothers on behalf of their minor children. Here are the facts of the case. In November 1992, Alma McGowan enrolled in the Spencer County School District as a 6th grade student. On her second day of school, students began harassing her, calling her that gay German girl. She promptly complained to the school counselor, who spoke to the children doing the harassing and also gave presentations about accepting people. While in that grade level, a high schooler also harassed her sexually on the school bus. She also reported that incident to the principal, who expelled the student from the bus for a few days, but then when the student returned, the harassment became worse. During 7th grade, she was harassed again, as well as physically attacked by some boys who pulled her hair and tried to undress her. Her mother wrote 2 letters to the principal concerning 2 separate incidents. In response to the letters, a classroom teacher spoke to everyone involved, but there was no punitive action. In high school, the incidents continued, with boys touching her inappropriately, threatening her, and also propositioning her. It got to the point where she became withdrawn and suicidal. On May 19th of 1995, Alma filed a complaint of violations of Title IX. In this report, listed specific incidences, but Spencer County took no action to address these complaints. Instead, they sent her to be homeschooled for the remainder of the year. The school district maintained that there was not enough information to investigate these very specific allegations. At this point, Alma was diagnosed with depression, and on the last day of school, a high school boy told her that they were going to burn down her house because she was German and all Germans deserved to die. The following year, she withdrew from school and filed complaints, at which point the Board of Education offered to meet with her and her mother. On the advice of their legal counsel, they did not meet with them, and in September of 1998, a jury trial began. The Board of Education moved for a summary judgment, which was denied. At the conclusion of the trial, the jury awarded the decision to Alma, and she also was awarded a $220,000 financial award. The Spencer County School Board appealed this decision. In 2000, the decision was made that the court did not act inappropriately and that there was ample evidence of both the misconduct and the indifference of the school district to these violations. The circuit court was a 3-judge court, and all 3 judges concurred, although all 3 judges wrote their own opinions. The most important issue at stake was what is required of federal assistance recipients under the deliberate and indifferent standard. Under this, the recipient is liable for damages only when the recipient itself intentionally acted in clear violation of Title IX by remaining deliberately indifferent. In this case, the deliberate indifference to the known acts of harassment according to law, as formulated in Gerber versus Lago Vista School District, the liability arises from that decision not to remedy the situation, and the deliberate indifference must at a minimum cause students to undergo harassment or make them liable or vulnerable to it. In Farmer versus Brennan, the recipient's response is unreasonable in light of known circumstances, which was also applied to this decision. This was demonstrated in this case, as well as the issue of importance to us as educators. The importance to us as educators is that when complaints are filed in violation of school policy or Title IX requirements, the administration and possibly the school board must investigate and take steps to remedy any violations and create an environment free of harassment as far as is possible for a school to do. As administrators, we will need to learn to listen carefully and respectfully, as well as to investigate allegations promptly and carefully.